Yay! Hey, what's up, y'all?
Now I'm on live. Yeah, what's
My
good?
gosh, we got the infamous
Y'all.
singer
Now you got the right.
tonight.
Boom. Ha-ha.
Hi. Oh my gosh, her hair is so long. What is the secret?
Squat rolls, split stance, shoulder
Her
press, bar
mom back.
swing. Alright,
We got the best personal trainer in the universe in here.
Right. If y'all want to get fit, guaranteed, go to singer. Drag all the way up to MV. Go to singer. One and done. Y'all want to start benching 300? Go to singer for sure. Her mom back.
alright, not a problem.
Okay. Anyways, y'all, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the live tonight. Submit link in bio for use. The rest is pretty. How y'all doing?
Good.
That was so boring. Singer?
Hey, Uncle Singer, come on, man.
Not Uncle Singer. That's insane.
We got Uncle Singer in the
He
building.
can't hear us or something.
Okay.
My, but
Yo,
welcome.
What's up, Mom?
Oh, it's the goat, my glizzy.
okay, all you see.
Oh,
It's the four musketeers, y'all. This is the
Four
first
Musketeers.
time we all in here.
We got Uncle Singer in here. We got the big cousin Mob in here. Just not all of them old, though. All right, we're going to call all of them old.
Who's all of them? You talking about them too?
1, 2,
You're
3.
weird, Tay. I just want you to know
Oh,
that
my
you're a
fault.
certified weirdo, and don't
All
believe it. Shit
right.
is just crazy. Do we got some music yet? We can review something old, cause Singer ain't ever want to hang out with
I
us.
know Singer really be a hater for her. Like, we don't be popping out to show love for her. See, he too worried
Matter of
about
fact,
getting
play
nothing.
Singer
Like,
song that he sent in last night. Is it still up there?
nah, it's not. Wait, nah,
Don't click new session. Right?
I'm not.
Okay. It's not up there.
Hey, Singer, did you hear Kilo Wayne song? The Then What John? Cause I remember you came in that live for a few minutes, but I don't know if you heard the full song.
I don't know if you did. Just go ahead and play it.
All right, play this. I see what you're trying to do here.
What?
Hold up. All right.
Any second now, Tay.
It's playing, gang. Hold up, give me a
Oh,
second.
okay, okay. My bad.
All right, don't rush me no more, bro.
I'm just trying to make sure we're staying on task.
I won't tap it up. It's making me download his song. Okay, I'm figuring it out. This is the first time it's made me do this. But then it says it's already in use. Oh, that's so smart of me.
Once. Singer, send your song. Can you, or you probably can't because you on live. I was gonna say we should listen to your song.
what you say?
I was saying we should listen to your song, but I don't know if we can submit
Singer.
it while you're on live.
Yeah, you could play it. I'm actually at the gym right now, so I can't play anything.
All right, I'll play it. All right, y'all. This is Singer's best song yet. You know what I'm saying? The only one that we'll actually listen to. But don't tell him I said that. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Hold up, y'all. I forgot to close FL Studio. That's why. Stop laughing, Zoe.
I'm not laughing.
We don't do that laughing stuff on here,
I'm
yeah.
not laughing. I'm looking out the window.
Oh, all right. We having to make sure though.
I'm choosing peace today. You know, usually I would go back and forth. You got me good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm outside, but I want you. All these girls, I want you. All these girls, they want you. Nah, Trinidad. Just sing that shit.
I want to. I love that song. Singer, who's the dude who was singing or rapping, whatever.
Yeah, whoever that was trash. They should not play anymore.
Dang. Straight dissed
I'm talking
himself.
about myself.
He straight dissed himself like,
Like,
dang.
please, let's be
Singer
serious.
came in here like I'm Singer K.
That is
All right.
like I love that beat singer. Like what? I don't know. What was going through your mind for real when you made
He
that?
wanted to be one of the youngins.
Honestly, I was just having fun. Honestly, that was the whole thing. Just to have fun. When the beat was made, sent it off to Coco Vango. He had Trinidad Cardona at the same time that I sent it to him in the studios, and they just cut that.
Yeah. I really like that beat, and he complimented the beat really well.
Even though Twin could have let me hop up there, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it slide for the one time.
You
Uh
you was finna get on the beat.
I could though. They're
I,
just like my generation, all right? But that's besides the point. Next we got official by Trey Band and Pronto.
I told you I'm choosing peace today. Hold on, let me pray.
Why his screen so low?
All right, Tay.
Well, you have a 3 minute, 26 second song. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to play that whole thing.
Mm.
But beats work everywhere. Like from the mix to you're out of key. The
Oh,
song really
maybe we
has no
can't hear it how
substance.
you hear it.
Huh?
Maybe we just can't hear it how you hear it.
Nah, look, it was so far out of key. Um, the mix on this was horrible. Sonically, I just don't see it really, going crazy. But what I will say though is shorten this, please, because 3 minutes 26 seconds, and then it's like, mm.
Okay. What you think, Mob? Because I think me and you think of the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like the beat selection was fire.
Crazy.
Energy is there. Hey, you was hitting the pockets. Both of y'all sound like it was two different voices on there.
It was
The mix sound good to me on my end, bro. I gotta say
Yeah.
credit
nah,
to the car. I mean,
it's so
say you
far out
getting
of key.
I tell you what, say text it to me. I'm gonna check it out after the live and really see. But
Yeah, I want
that
to hear
sound
it.
fire. Send me the IG too.
All right,
Because I'm not gonna lie, that was hard. I was over here, but the beat was
Man,
crazy. I
the
loved the
beat
beat.
definitely crazy.
he does. One thing I will say though is he has to turn some of this stuff up because I had to turn my computer up just to actually hear him. So he do need to get his stems all turned up.
Hannah said he liked it. You know, I don't know. I like that one. Tay. I think you was being
Nah, I wasn't
hard.
bugging, bro. When you hear it, it's out of key. It's overly out of
Okay,
key.
I trust you though, for sure. But I mean, if you get with a good engineer, this song is hard. I really didn't have anything really negative to say. Singer, what you think? Did you hear?
Um, based off from how I'm hearing it off the phone compression, it sounds really good. I really like the beat. I like how the pockets were used well. Main thing for me is just making sure the creativity is there.
Mm.
Like I think that's what it was lacking. Outside of that, man, definitely send it to Glizzy. Glizzy send it to me so I can hear it on my end as well.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, I want to hear. But all right, yeah, what Hannah said, definitely you need an engineer. But all right, you got anything else? Tay?
Huh?
I said, do we have anything next?
Nope.
Oh, then let's have a conversation. Y'all want to have a conversation, or you want to play some old?
We can have a conversation. These get interesting.
Okay, I have a conversation for my producers, which is really all three of y'all. When I just kind of asked singers, so kind of I did get some insight. But when y'all are in the studio, what really inspires y'all? Like, what makes you go in the studio and just be like, "Ooh, let me make a fast beat," or "Let me make a sad beat"? Like, what is it that kind of
That depends. Are we in the studio with other producers or is it just us?
that you're just with yourself and you're just making like what comes to you that's just like, let me make some
Well,
club stuff. Let me make some.
either, for me at least, I know like it's either I have something in mind or I'll just start off with a simple melody and then just let music theory take over from there.
Hmm. Okay.
It's nothing like specific that inspires me, but it just be like I just be wanting to see where I take it. Like because sometimes you really don't even know what you're gonna do and it just comes out and it'll just be cool.
Yeah. Internal emotions. What you think, Mom? What be getting you going?
Just life, however I'm feeling at the time, what I could be going through, or whatever mood or vibe I'm in. I usually start going through samples or loops or melodies, and if I find something that resonates with me, I throw some drums on it, arrange it. I might throw a vocal or something in there to kind of catch the pockets a little different, or to kind of get the visualization of what it would sound like when somebody is on it, so it can kind
Hmm.
of lead me on where it needs to go.
Yeah. Singer.
Pretty much how Mob does it. I'll go through different samples, or depending on how the day went, like I'll even make something from scratch. I know it just really depends on how I feel the day, um, and just really being myself the whole time.
Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all props. This one time, I'm gonna give y'all props once a quarter.
Sound like hater movement to me, but all right.
Right.
Listen,
Hold on.
what I what I really love about y'all, like producers in general, is the fact that like when a singer or when a songwriter is in the studio and they're trying to translate how they feel throughout the day, they put it in words. You know what I'm saying? And like, not to say that that's easy to do, because songwriting definitely isn't easy, but I think it's a lot easier than kind of turning it into just sound. Like there's no word. It's not. You know, I think I love that. I love that y'all are able to do that. And that's why I think producers would need way more respect than they get. But
I feel like to touch off of that, me and Singer was talking about that yesterday, kind of, sort of.
hmm
Music ain't nothing but emotion. And I don't know whether you realize it or not, but certain keys tap into a certain feeling or a certain emotion. Like D minor is like a very evil key. So
hmm
that's why like a lot of trap beats are made in like D minor or A minor. And then you get like your F sharps, it's like a heartbroken key. A lot of pain melodies are made in that key. Like so it's a way that you can speak, but it's like you gotta be able to speak from here. And you gotta
yeah,
be able to I don't know, man, just it's just what resonates. But the crazy thing, music is subjective, so it depends on how you feeling. Like Tay might be going through some shit, and he might hear something in a certain key that's gonna hit him differently,
mm
and I might be going through something totally different that has no relation to what he's going through, and I'll be like, I don't fuck with that song. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
yeah. I think y'all are very, very talented. Mhm. But it's not once a quarterly being nice, so I'm backing it. So
I mean, we already know we dope. So, what else you got in your mind? Huh?
let me think. Let me think. I'm trying to think about something. When did y'all start like producing? Like who? Because that equipment is not cheap. I feel like. How'd y'all get y'all
Um,
hands on that? Like how'd y'all start?
so I started. Actually, I started singing first in the church.
Really?
I got
Oh,
tired of that, and I wrote a song at a track meet one day, and I remember like the whole track meet was like everybody on the track bus on the way back from the meet was singing the song. So that kind of inspired me just to get into music. And then I heard myself on the mic and was like, bro, your ass can't sing. So I kind of stuck to songwriting for a little bit. It was helping one of my partners I was cool with at the time. And then after I graduated, I went to Job Corps, and I ended up running to a dude named Slim. He was from PA, and I seen him on FL. Like I was familiar with the program, but I didn't really know how to use it. And I asked him, could he load me up with some, like teach me how to produce or whatever the case might be. And he loaded me up with a bunch of VSTs, a bunch of drum sounds, and a bunch of old school kits. And then he just told me to go at it, and I just stuck to it. Like 10 hours a day, 15 hours a day. Like I wasn't even working when I came back from Job Corps. Like I was just sitting in the crib, just making beats. And I put Singer onto it, and I kind of gave Singer the same thing, and then he just started gravitating towards it, and then
how old?
shit, we've been, huh?
How old were you?
Shit, like 18,
Mhm.
19, but I didn't really think I could take this shit serious for real. Like it was just a hobby, and
And
then
you've been making beats for about 40 years now.
shit, about 10 years, yeah,
About 40.
at least about 10 years. Don't stop playing on my top. About 10 years, but Singer really the one that got me to taking this shit serious after he locked in with Coco Vango, and I was like, nah, nigga, we really can do this. And I want to say like 6 months later, I ended up quitting my job and started interning in the studio in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and shit, nigga,
Your
been on the grind
mob.
ever since. What's good, man?
All right. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, what you
Okay.
guys saying?
Well, since you already gave like my introduction into it, but how our paths got different was in college. I was working with just a couple of local rappers. The group was Valley Boys Music Group. Um, at the time, I was a part of a fraternity doing lots of promotions type of stuff. So like hosting events, having glow parties, stuff like that. and I would basically like be their manager or be their producer or engineer. Literally, just putting my hands into everything into them, so I can get that type of experience. Um, and then in 2019, I I I replied to a tweet from Coco Vango. He was asking for beats, and then I sent him some beats, and then we've been locked in ever since.
That's crazy. Crazy. Well, Tay, when did you start? I know you're only like 10, so it can't be that long.
All right, bro. So you gonna stop playing me? Look, one day I was just in my room, bro, and I found this like it was an off brand doll. I don't remember what it was called, but I found it and I downloaded it because I was bored one day, and then I just started messing with it, and then after a while, I told my mom like, yo, I like producing, and then for Christmas she ended up buying me FL Studio, and I just started going ever since.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, look at the babies. I love that. We don't have any songs, Tay? Dang, Tay. And the Wi-Fi is killing me.
It ain't my Wi-Fi. I was actually sending myself the next song.
Oh, my bad. I was
Yeah,
talking.
hater. Yeah, hater.
I take it back.
Hater.
I take it back. My bad.
What I said.
Do we have Blue Visions in here? The Blue Visions?
Blue don't even rock with us like that. He would never come in here for real.
He don't rock with you because you stole his name.
He stole my name.
No, he's older than you.
I took the E off my name so he could have it.
Bye.
All right, now be quiet, Zoe. It's time to listen to the song.
She a project bitch was a French tip. She suck a good, I'ma leave it tip. Taking pictures on the internet, told a little bitch might well go on strip. Got with a switch on my right hip. Purple drain, she like a silk. She bang, she pull the field. She a real eater, keep a tight grip. Gone and fuck that pussy, gone and bend it over for me. Mommy bake a cake, leave a baby in the oven. Turkey baby boy, know them peas I be stuffing. She said if I pay her rent, she'll sell them bricks for me. She gon' bust it wide open. I love it when she's soaking. Ain't lying, bit might make a nut quick, way she moaning. Meet the bitch on Facebook, first night, no, I'm poking. I'm a country boy with a horse, so cowgirl rode it. Drop it to the floor, now go and walk with it. Bearing up and I spread it up, please don't stop, bitch. Cock a back, little bus, she love the way I thought. Did just up, that little baby ain't looking for no love. I ain't bending over, ain't shaking shit. I like count money, that can feel shit. Fuck that 10 bands, that's petty shit. We ain't Rule Chris on some cruising shit. Might look light, but it's heavy though. This mouth here made for talking shit. Little pussy nigga, you deep throated. You bend it over, you show me something. You ain't put no baby up in my stomach. Nigga trap real slow and his phone ain't jam. I told you ain't like I ain't motherfucking running the press by shorts. I got my own money. Chicken nigga out his bread, ain't getting no head now left to the bank. Now ain't that funny. Alright, Jay.
Singer, I'm interested. What you think? Because this is your first time really being in alive and reviewing Kilo Wayne. So you go first. Or not.
Singer.
Mom, you go.
All right, so I really like this one. This shit fire. Um, beat is tough. The bounce, whoever made the beat, that's a legendary bounce. Down south bounce is fire. Definitely a club record. That I chant that you got before the second verse is very strong. I think you should find another way to incorporate it more into the record, but to a point where it's anticipated. Um, I feel like that's gonna be a crowd grabber. Like that's just something easy and simple that's gonna add more vibe to the track. So if you performing that, like they gonna be able to get into it. But overall, Kilo Wayne, it's a fire ass track, bro. I can't really tell the mix from my end,
No,
but I do
mix was
like this
good.
track.
The
Track is
mix was
fire.
good. The mix usually be good.
Okay, say less. Nah, track is fire, bro. Definitely. This one right here, put some motion behind it. It's a fire ass video. Get it into. Matter of fact, I don't really know how your club scene is where you are, but if I was you, y'all got some strip clubs
He's
around
from
there. I'd be tapping in with every
Alabama,
DJ,
right?
dog.
I
Every
think he
DJ.
Alabama. Didn't he say Birmingham?
Hey, Hannah made a good point. He said it started the song off with the verse. You know what?
Yeah.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see that. But try to make it to where the hook comes in around 50 seconds. Don't make them wait too long for it. Even just drop a quick little 8 bars
Mm-hmm.
and bring that I part in right before the hook comes. Yeah, that should be fire. You can switch your arrangement up just a little bit to kind of make it just to hook it in a little bit more. Make your verses shorter because you're gonna be wanting that hook to come back in. And the female verse on the end, I would say move her shit to the middle. Move her verse
Yeah.
to the middle
Long
of the song.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, bro, that's fire.
All right, Ted, what you think?
I was really just gonna say the pause in the middle felt a little bit long, but I mean, Ma basically just told him how to fix it. So that's really all I had to say about it. The song was fire.
Um, I agree. I do think the song is fire, and I wasn't gonna say that. There was a part where it was just taking too long, and it took really long to get to her verse. Um, even though I like the song, I do want to ask y'all a question. I want to see what y'all think. Do you think, even though the song is fire, does it not give you too early 2000s? Like, do you think this is a sound that most, like, a lot of people are going to, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to get at?
You know
Yeah,
why I say it would? Think
Mhm.
about it. Especially for the new generation, they haven't had a chance to experience that type of vibe or that type of feel. That's
Yeah.
just like when Young LA went viral for the little video when he was doing a little jump singing his verse. He went viral on TikTok like the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like I feel like that 2000 sound can come back around if it's executed properly,
I
right?
agree. It's either gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna go like you finna bring back a whole sound, or people are just not gonna listen to it. So when he says you got to execute it correctly, you need to make sure like image, like everything has to fit, like everything has to make sense and blend seamlessly. But I think you can. I think I like you just gotta convince a million people now. You know what I'm saying? But I think you can.
but at the same time, a lot of the 2000 stuff coming back,
It is. I've heard
like
it. I've heard some
especially
stuff on
like
TikTok.
with artists like Digga D and like it's a lot of artists that are hopping on those beats now.
Yeah, I can see it. Slowly but surely. I'm interested to see how it's going to work itself out. Anyways, we got anything next?
Nope.
Y'all got any questions? If we don't have anything by the time we answer the question, we can bounce. What's on your mind? Nothing.
Yeah, Mob. I heard you had a song that you just got 2 Chains on, bro. What happened to it, bro? I thought you was gonna play
This
it for the
nigga,
live, bro.
go ahead, bro.
My fault. I wasn't supposed to tell nobody about the release.
No.
My fault, son.
Like this is why they make people sign NDAs. This is the reason.
See, but the thing is, see, we don't want to hear that from you because nobody will ever listen to your music. You feel me? So it's like that's where it comes in. At see, he will make me sound NDA because we will listen to that. See, your song goes up. I ain't even gonna lie. I wouldn't even let a writer shouldn't even get on that. Like I don't even feel like nobody should be behind the lyrics like that. It's just
I don't need nobody to get on my tracks because it's just that good and it's going triple platinum. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
you can be a hater all you want. Lord knows you're my biggest hater. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
dog, it won't
listen,
even make me
Talk
laugh.
about that shit all you
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's cool, but I got a question for y'all. What's something y'all wish more artists were brave enough to say in their music?
in their music.
Yes.
I feel like artists be saying anything in their music. How much burger can we get her?
What do you feel like is missing?
I feel like everybody like nowadays, bro. Certain things are filler words that shouldn't be. Like I feel like people like if they run out of bars, they either resorting to drugs or guns,
Mm,
which is something where I feel like sure if that's your song, that's cool. But it'd be a song about love, and now y'all talking about shooting the next nigga that come to the world.
yeah,
Like you ain't
like
got no. It had no correlation. Like where did it come from? Why do you all of a sudden have beef? Where was the beef at 30 seconds ago when you was talking about how much
you
you
want
love her, bro?
to know why, Tay? Because people really aren't that creative, and they can only come up with so many things. That's what's missing. I don't think I don't think what's missing is what people are saying, because people do say just anything. People say the most off the wall shit. I think it's just how it's executed and how creative you can make it come across. Can it tell a story, even if it doesn't tell a story? Because we know we're in an era where your song doesn't really have to tell a story. But like, not gonna tell a story. The hook needs to be crazy. It needs to be something that I can repeat over and over again in my head. I think people just, yeah, like I just think it's something that's gotta be people. You want to know what I want to see more? What I think is missing? People need to get more creative. Point blank. I feel like even a lot of songs we hear and here that we say are pretty good. It's like it's not anything that I haven't heard before. Eventually, like here and there, we'll get like them songs that are just like different and they have a different beat and that. But for the most part, people really just are not that creative. But
So let me ask y'all this: how y'all feel about you saying they're not that creative, but how y'all feel about the little young niggas now? They're taking the drill scene, but they putting it on R&B beats. Like this guy Saint Lamar has this one song called "Bust at You." I ain't gonna hold you.
I
That
think they're
motherfucker fire.
creative. Like I think that's
That shit
what
fire.
I mean, and that's this is the thing we've been talking about for a minute, y'all. Like me, my singer, we all been on the phone multiple different times, and like the theme that keeps coming up is how important it is to dip in every genre. Like I say that almost every day. Like it's different, it's new, it's fresh, it's something that we can actually say the people before us really never did before. Like you wasn't, occasionally like a rapper would get on a song about R&B girly, but like I want to hear different things. I want it to be creative, and I think regardless if I like the song or not, because I might not even like it. I just think even then that got you hooked on it. Like you like it, you can give your respect to it because it's different.
So what
It's not
makes you like the song? The production or the lyrics or both?
um. I think it like for me to like a song just because I'm such a hard critic, I have to like everything. I might be able to listen to a song once or twice if it has a good production but bad lyrics, or if it has pretty good lyrics but the production really ain't there. Probably production is more important to me if I had to choose one. But I like my playlist. I like the lyrics and I like the production. I like the way they executed the lyrics. Like I have to like everything.
So do you
You
feel
know,
like you feel like artists these days need more coaching and guidance when they're in the studio?
definitely. I think you need a team when you go in the studio.
Add the special guest though.
I did. Hi. Hello.
Give her a second. She's on the phone.
Oh, but yeah, like I just think I don't know. I gotta like it all. I hate having to choose one thing. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to choose, if I had a gun in my hand, I had to choose production. It has to sound good. It has to be very like sonically pleasing. Because there are some songs that like the lyrics are talking about a whole lot of nothing. There's this one song, literally, "Come Together" by the Beatles, and Michael Jackson took over it. Tina Turner did a song of it. And literally, if you read the lyrics, they don't make sense. The Beatles did that on purpose, but the song was executed so well. I love that song, but the whole song is literally gibberish. So maybe it's just execution and production.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like it really depends. When you have your beat, bro, you gotta make sure that you're going to the right person. Because some people they know, like some people they can work with a beat and put some things out of out of key, and it still sound hard. But you also got some producers who'll put something out of key and don't know what they're
Yeah.
doing, don't know how to put that in properly. So now the whole beat sounds off just because of this one part.
Mm.
Like, it's okay to go out of scale sometimes when you're producing, especially when you're making like those heavy melodies, like those sad melodies, or sometimes it's cool to go out of key. But some people they put it in at the wrong time, which it sort of messes up the whole beat. So y'all got to be careful. Like you got to make sure y'all listen to the full
Mm.
beat before y'all just hop on it.
Yeah.
Some things sound better with other things than you know. And also, a lot of times people forget that everything has to be in key. Like sometimes you have to change your 808s to make sure they're in key.
Yeah. I really like what Blue just said. Like that goes to my point. Like go in the studio with a team and not just any team. Go into the studio with people who know and understand you and agree with you when it comes to music. Who don't get people who are just gonna kiss your butt, but like go in there with some people who are gonna challenge you. But also go in there with people who understand you and know what you're looking for, know what you're trying to execute. I think that's really important too. Surround yourself around like-minded individuals.
Hey y'all,
Hey, did you
I'm
hear
sitting here
our
being nosy.
conversation? You got anything to add?
Um, I ain't here for real. I was just sitting here being nosy.
We're talking about what's really important to you. Is it the lyrics? Is it the production? What's more important to you if you had to choose?
Production, just because the goal, I tell every artist, the goal is to have a tight beat. The goal is to have a sound, and your sound doesn't come just from your lyrical composition or your flows. Your sound comes from having a good production team around you who's producing beats and still keeping your same bass line on your melodies and just finding ways to recreate whatever it is or whatever sound it is that they know works for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
Wait, run that. Hold on. What she say? Run that back. My bad.
She got to
What you
repeat the
say now?
whole thing she just said now.
This the last part, like keeping the same. Run that back. That one little section.
Oh, I was just saying that's why it's important to have a team around you and you keep that same team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just so when you are making these records and figure out what your sound is, you keeping that same like baseline feel and just finding a billion ways to get creative with it. Just like if you think about Glorilla or Rod Wave, people try to say like their music all sounds the same. No, they just have a sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Their production understands this is their sound and we're not going to deviate from the sound. This is what works. We're not going to deviate from what works.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about other people hopping on other people's sounds? Y'all feel like they just following a trend? It's lack of creativity. They just doing it because it's hot. I mean,
I think it
A lot of times it be
depends
lack
on
of
who's doing it.
creativity.
I think it depends on who's doing it because we've seen a lot of times where people will like the Lululemon beat. People are going on a Lululemon beat and rapping and still kind of using the same flow, but it's not like they're stealing it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of songs where I can like I don't know who I'm thinking of. Like Drake, love him or hate him, he can still get a song and he'll use just kind of the same flow of that R&B song that he just sampled. You know, I think it just depends. But it definitely, for the most part, is a lack of creativity because people don't know how to develop their own sound. They want to do what's easy. What's easy is just repeating what so and so just did.
Facts, but at the same time, people also got to realize that some styles just ain't for certain people. Like,
Not.
like you don't like you won't you'll never hear Baby Kia and Rihanna on the same song.
it
Mm-hmm.
gotta
Just
make
some
sense.
exactly like a lot of times y'all got to think like I get this one person did it, but that doesn't mean that's for everybody. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're never gonna hear Rihanna do a drill song. Like, just certain things just don't match and it's
I
not
don't know.
necessarily a you thing. It's just the way your vibe is different from how I may vibe.
You don't feel like R&B could hop on like some sexy drill?
I think, but I think that's where artists fuck up when they get to going outside of their lane. Like, well, you know what? What this Walt always say is understand what you're selling. When you know what you're selling and you got it figured out and you know exactly what it is, it makes no sense to deviate. When a lot of artists are deviating from the original plan and they're trying to try this or try that. Now you're confusing your audience, and
Mhm.
your audience doesn't know what to expect from you. That's how you lose loyal followers.
Hold on now. I got a rebuttal on that. Let me ask you this then. You said understand what you're selling, but what are you selling? Are you selling the artist as a brand, or are you selling the music? Because you got to
Both.
think, you got Beyonce as
And
a brand, but she can virtually hop on anything and still be Beyonce.
no, no, that's not true. And let me tell you how it's not true. It's so funny. Me, Walt, Arnold, we had this conversation in the studio. You see, Beyonce came out with her Cowboy Carter album, right?
Mhm.
Beyonce went years
Yeah.
upon years selling love. We knew exactly what Beyonce was selling. It was love, it was pain, it was
Heartbreak.
heartbreak, but everything around it was surrounded around love. When Beyonce got to a point where she could cross over, eventually artists get there. It's just like Tusi, right? Tusi, he started out, his music has always he's always understood what he was selling, right? But one thing with him is when he started getting bigger, he started getting a little bit confused on what it was that he was doing, and I feel like that caused a little bit of deterrence from his audience and his fan base, which is why a lot of them was like, "Oh, we want the old Tusi, we want the old Tusi," because that is what your fan base fell in love with. But when you're a major artist, eventually you have to
You
shift. Tusi has to go from R&B to pop. He has to go there. That's the natural incline to it. Or he's gonna go to R&B. He's gonna reach a ceiling. So the thing is, when you're that big of an artist, you have to be okay with losing loyal followers to gain new ones when you're shifting and transitioning into a new sound. But as an independent artist coming up, you need to be a master of one. Don't be a jack of all trades. You need to be a master of one. And whatever that sound is, you need to master that and build your imprint on that. And then as you grow, you'll be able to expand creativity. But like you're not seeing like right now, I'm not about to let Shiesta put out no. Right now, I'm not letting him put out no damn melody, love song, no shit like that. It just don't make sense right
That
now.
would
That's
make
not what we're
sense,
pushing.
yeah. I'm talking about as a career. I'm not talking about just as an independent or a starting artist, like just career wise. You see what I'm saying? You still gotta have your core sound.
career wise, I think you really just gotta be strategic with it. Like
I
she
yeah,
said,
I
if we
think
using
because
Beyonce as
yeah, I'm
as
about to say y'all talking about like major artists. I'm thinking we on live. Y'all talking to the independent artists. Major artists, of
trying to have a
course,
general
you
conversation,
got to
but
pass
I
the
think what
ceiling,
people
you know.
do.
But independent artists, I feel like it's a thing where you got to stick in your lane. You got to stick that lane first, because the moment you get in it and you try to dibble dabble everywhere, you confuse your audience and you don't have no core or nothing that's already like held onto you or attached to you.
Yeah. I think artists get too antsy and too excited and switch things too early. Like I said, like there's gonna be a point in your career when you're gonna get that opportunity to switch gears and try something new and da 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 da. But just starting out, we say this all the time. People don't know you. People don't give a fuck about you. You have to hook me in, and your consistency in music is going to keep me in. I don't want to be let down by my artist friend, like the artist that I'm listening to right now. Like for who's someone who's newer, technically, like I don't know, say Brent Fayez to me is obviously he's not newer, but Brent Fayez. I don't want to be disappointed if I go to Brent Fayez thing and I just hear him straight rapping. That's gonna piss me off. I don't want to hear Brent Fayez like it's just not his time yet. But there's gonna be a time where he's just so undeniable in this music stuff, like Beyonce, like Michael Jackson, when they can get to that point and just do what they want, drop any album, drop any sound.
So how y'all feel about Big X? Because right now Big X is transitioning, but he's only been out for like 2 years. He started with
Big
that
X,
whole sample vibe, but the country vibe that he's going to, he still has the core base of just like that down south Texas, that Memphis, as far as the drum go, but as far as melodies, he's shifting away from using those old school sample records and starting to go more into a country lane, which is going to
but
bring in.
I
See,
feel like
but
you
we're
just
talking.
said it though. Like you just like he's still selling the same thing. You can just make sure you're selling the same thing. If you want to adjust the sound slightly, he's still a country dude from Texas. Like I feel like that's
Part
the sound he
of
kind
the,
of always
I
gave
can
me. I
see
think he
that.
just dove. You know, I just think he dove deeper into that. But he still sells the same thing. And I think it was a strategic move. I think it was a really great move, especially with everything Beyonce got going on with Cowboy Carter and how this cowboy Texas culture is taking over right now. You see girls in cowgirl hats and ain't even from the South. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was perfect timing. Like if he were to do that, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, I don't think it would hit the same as it does right now.
So it gotta make sense.
It gotta make sense. It's gotta make sense with the times. It's gotta make sense with what the audience wants to hear. What are people talking about? What are people interested in? Like I think artists don't like doing that because artists are so creative and they just want to think about what me and like what I like and da 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 da. But when you get to fame, you have to care what other people think to a certain extent. But you do. Everything in this industry, you got to be very strategic. But
Keep in mind, we just left her in overly awkward silence, so now she has to sit with how she just thought. Like, you gotta realize, like, she just sat there and thought all that up, and nobody like thought to say anything to her. Like, no good jobs, no nothing.
it's cool. I don't really care. I don't need a good job. God said good job.
See, now
Amen.
when they say they don't really care, that means
The
they do care. They
Lord,
just
when the
don't really
Lord
care.
has your back. Amen. When the Lord is in the room with you at all times, I don't need someone to congratulate me because the Lord congratulates me. Amen.
Don't play with God like that.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Notice how Mob he went right back to smoking and just decided to just ignore everything you just
That's
said.
fine.
All right, we're gonna stop frying you, so you cool. We're gonna let you slide for one time.
All right, so we got any songs?
Nope.
Nope. I think we're at a good little stopping point.
Bye.
All right, y'all. The boys are gonna see you tomorrow. Um, drop some heat.